our soul connection for tonight, because we have Greg Halliday, the founder and president of Soul Naturals, with us tonight. And he's actually going to share about our incredible more than protein, right? SolleComplete product, which is definitely, like I said, a more than protein product. But he's going to tell us all about it, give us some details, and tell us how it can be a fantastic addition to our program in these times.
What great information. That was fantastic, Erica. So much to think about there, and just really clarified for me the situation with neurotransmitters, how important they are. And the product tonight, SolleComplete, it kind of matches up really well with that last slide that you had, listing how we can care for a healthy balance. Because it really, I will say this, when we formulated it, it was not to be the perfect supplement, nutritional supplement for neurotransmitters, but it is pretty well positioned to do exactly that. And I can explain a little bit why. SolleComplete, right underneath it says protein plus. And the plus is because, well, for a couple of reasons. Because the product has much broader objectives than just simply to provide a really good plant source protein option. So that's one reason. It has additional objectives. Second reason for the plus is that adaptogens are part of every single formula. And we believe that, I really believe what Erica taught, stress works its way into every process. And in other words, a low level or a managed healthy stress can actually strengthen us. And out of balance stress, or an over amount of it, always hinders. I actually believe what Erica does. If the number's not 100%, it's essentially 100%. Stress, that is too much of it, always negatively impacts the restorative processes of the body, and everything and the protective processes, and the energy creation, and just everything that has to happen for us to feel happy and healthy. And that's sort of Soul's objective. Isn't just like check off the list things that we could view as health problems, but also add to the list the good things that we wish to do in life, to be capable and able to do those frequently, if not fairly constantly, because we believe that life's more than just to be, worked through. Absolutely, it's to be enjoyed. And that happens when health is at a level. And I think we've all kind of had times where we see that level and we feel it, and man, is that great. And then we've probably, I'm sure, not probably, all of us have had times when we're just not able to do what we want to do or need to do at the time that give us happiness. And so it is something that takes a little bit of attention, but the message that I want to give tonight is, with products like SolleComplete, it's easier than people might think to make a big change. And in this subject of tonight, which is neurotransmitters and how they're central really to how we feel and perform, this product makes a direct impact in all of those areas that Erica mentioned, in terms of managing stress levels, in terms of enough nutrition so that the body has the raw materials, so to speak, to make neurotransmitters in the quantities needed, helping the body get rid of toxins and chemicals and keeping things kind of clean. And I'm trying to think of what the fourth one was, Erica, but all four of those, to me, are directly addressed. I think the fourth one was improving our digestion. Did I get that right? And so I'll kind of explain why. So SolleComplete Protein Plus has three parts to it in my mind. One part is the yellow split pea protein. Now, what we include in there is not just yellow split peas ground up. Actually, the process in how they're harvested and actually in the purity of the powder is different. We've tracked for a while how good the industry has gotten at harvesting and actually extracting and the whole process. This is actually the next generation of the powder, excuse me, that we use in SolleComplete, and we've had it for a number of years now. Why yellow split pea? Well, first of all, it's a complete protein. So Erica mentioned there are certain aminos, if we don't have them, we don't make sufficient of certain neurotransmitters. You do have them all in SolleComplete, so that's one thing. But above and beyond its constitution, yellow split pea has been part of a number of studies that actually analyze diet choices or nutrition choices that people are making, and things like cravings, etc. It actually has a positive impact. People who are consuming enough yellow split pea every day, they actually make better choices. So it is satiating, and it does do some things for cravings. And then the third point is its particular mix of aminos, many scientists say are the nearest to what the human body needs and best utilizes. So now that's looking at, there are a lot of different sources for plant source protein and a lot of really good ones. So that's actually saying a lot. We've used others now. As you know, we have other nutritionals with other proteins that are fantastic as well. But yellow split pea is quite a unique one, and we still would not put any other plant source protein in this SolleComplete formula because of its objectives. We think yellow split pea to this day is still the superior choice. And remember, it's about 18 grams. So depending on which flavor you get, if you get the natural that Erica's showing there, you're getting a good amount of it. And that's just in the normal 2 scoops. Blake Christensen, one of the Soul founders over supply chain, he's a big guy, 6'5", he'll do 3 scoops. So you can adjust it for size and for your personal needs. I'm a big believer in adjusting it to your personal need. So listen to your body and see what it's doing, and give it enough, because your body will over time adjust things. You won't crave as much of it, you won't need as much of it, and other times you'll need more of it. So the protein's a big part. But there are 2 other parts in here that I just want to mention, and there's not time to mention all the ingredients tonight, but at least I can talk about why we have 2 other groups of ingredients. We typically call these groups the plus, but I think the protein choice itself has pluses, but these are the big plus in SolleComplete. The first is a stamina blend that includes several adaptogens. Also includes a particular extract of green tea that is 50% the EGCG, which is the powerful antioxidant, pulling inflammation down and protective. So thinking about the topic and what Erica mentioned about inflammation. And then additionally, there is a 10 times concentrate of rose hips. That is the fruit of the rose, incredibly high in vitamin C. And in fact, when we do a lab test of 1 serving of SolleComplete, many months after the production of the batch, so vitamin C does not tend to keep as long as some vitamins the older it gets. So this is many months after, there was still 3,000 milligrams of vitamin C, mostly due to the rose hips. There is some that comes from some of the other components, but it's mostly the rose hips. So a very high amount of vitamin C. In addition, ginkgo biloba for brain function and all cognitive imbalances, and yerba mate and ginger root, which has a number of beneficial and restorative improving effects on digestion. So mostly that blend that I mentioned is focused to energy production and brain health. There's more though. There's the second half of the plus, which is something that we call the BioSol blend. So BioSol is all about the improving, fixing, leveling up digestion and absorption. It is all about that. I've kind of shared this before, but when anyone talks about, mealtime or just whatever their eating habits might be, that anytime they eat, there's a lot of bloating, there's gas, there's pain. Food sits there for an inordinately long period of time. About any type of struggle that you can conceive of with digestion is the reason we formulated this product the way it is. Even though a lot of times people call it the protein, the Soul Protein, it was equally importantly formulated for this aspect. So this speaks to the points that Erica mentioned in terms of neurotransmitter health, in terms of improving our digestion and purifying and fixing that whole process as well, because BioSol is about a bunch of soluble fibers from many different sources. Some of them that are some of the preferred food for probiotics. In other words, our probiotic, our friendly flora will flourish with them. Remember that probiotics, to a great extent, manufacture vitamins. We don't have to eat all the vitamins that we need if we help our friendly flora prosper. Then we do need to eat tons of vitamins. Okay, I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is many are created by a healthy gut biome. And we can also do that. We can work on both sides. Secondly, there are these particular soluble fibers are soothing, restorative, reparative of the mucus lining that protects. So I'm thinking back to these discussions that Erica talked about with leaky gut and the topics that we've talked about in recent weeks. This product will deal with a number of those. On top of that, there are enzymes in it to help us digest the protein that naturally occur. And the enzyme comes from papaya, papain. And then secondly, there is a probiotic, Lactobacillus sporogenes, which does not need to be refrigerated and holds its potency. And actually, there's a very large amount. I will tell you, there's much more of it in this product than we put, for instance, in ProBio, where we've got a number of strains and a billion. But that just tells you how much. If there's much more than this, I can't remember how many billion, to be honest with you. It's many times what we have in ProBio. So there's plenty of probiotic. And so I've known people that they're out of their ProBio, and so they go get like a teaspoon, a little bit of powder of this, and get it in there, and they've noticed, oh, so it really does have kind of all the key elements to do a makeover on your gut. So that's a quick rundown. That's leaving a ton of stuff out, but SolleComplete, it's not that hard to mix it in with your shake. And now we got another reason. Erica's masterclass on neurotransmitters, you just gave us another reason why, okay, that's a good one, and that's an easy one. I'm doing this every day, and I'm not going to be left high and dry. I may need to do more if I'm going through a tough time, but I'm not going to ever just be cupboards empty if I'm doing something like SolleComplete every day.
I love it, and I agree with all of that. I think that SolleComplete is such a just really such a universal, like if you're just doing this and still doing your program, but if this is your nutritional powder, so to speak, that you're just really focused on getting this in your body every single day, and whether that's like one scoop, maybe you're doing it as a snack, or you're doing 2 scoops and then doing it maybe as a meal replacement, adding it to other stuff. I do I guess similar to like Blake, I actually do 27-gram protein. Yep. I do a royal with 2 SolleCompletes. That's how I get my 27 grams now. And it makes it taste amazing. So that's the way I do it. But I do that 27 grams because I know that it keeps me full, and I can go like a good 4 hours, probably even longer sometimes. Like I have to actually set a timer on my phone to remind me to eat, because I'm one of those people that'll go like 8 hours and I'll be like, oh, I haven't eaten for all day today. And so but I love SolleComplete for all of those benefits, not just for the brain. This was just one topic for tonight, but I feel like SolleComplete is one of those products, as as y'all probably hear me say with like almost every product, because it's the way Soul is designed, right? Every single product literally we could pick out every single metabolic function of the body, and we could show you how each product affects every single function of the body, in the brain, in the endocrine system, hormones, like every single thing. I can show you how just about every single product can improve your experiences in that area.